Okay, so this time I'm going to read a story about a group of students and an old Chinese sage, and it's in reference to spirit or your spirituality. In detail, it's really about our spiritual evolution as humans, as physical beings, and so I thought it was really interesting. So I felt like I should share this. Um, and forgive me, I am reading, right? I am reading, so it might be a little choppy because I am not the best reader, but I really thought this information was necessary to be shared, and so here it is. Okay, so in the beginning there was no beginning. What was, so what is. The Logos was with God and God is, and so were you in some way, shape, or form. And you still are, because it's always been, so it always will be. So you are what always has been and always will be. You just have to remember. Okay. Living Spirit, or God, has always been and will always be. Thus, this energy has been called the Alpha and the Omega in the Christian Bible, as our linear, ordinarily intellect looks at creation and says, but it cannot be forever because everything I know has a beginning and has an end. That's completely logical. Um, but in this world, we are so attuned to the physical existence that we are only aware of and remember limitations of the physical world. Thus, we become limited by our own self-induced predictions. But energetically or spiritually, we are much, much more than this physical being. So much more than this physical being. And this physical being is only a small facet of our total beings. The living spirit that is who we truly are is creative. It's like a holy trinity, and I feel like that's and I say this because it's that we are creator, we are creation, and at the same time we are the created. So the living spirit is God. It is life, it is light, it is love, inspiration, beauty, and all truths. The old worn out ones, those might manifest in now movement and the potential of what we call the future. And any creative creator or artist requires that anything that it can imagine, which is not manifested, must become manifest somehow. Within this continually evolving process of expanding ideals and energies, some things become manifest while others seem to disappear. In the past, we have identified this process as being a result of creation. Modern physics, on the other hand, prefer the term quantum. By either term, creation and evolution are a part of the same process of life lived and are one and the same ongoing process, which is within and also a part of the living spirit of love. So, the living spirit created all things out of love. This earth, your present body, your eternal soul, out of the energy of spiritual essence. For it and all other essences and elements are composed of the energies of living spirits, which is forever. Thus, you have life given by that living spirit that is within you and at the same time surrounds you. All of it surrounds everything that you look at, everything you can touch, smell, everything. Um, what does it feel like to realize that a part of you, your energy being, is eternal, immortal, and universal? God is vaster than you thought. Why worry? You have forever to enjoy life in many ways. There's no reason to think about it. But then the student asks the teacher, "Old sage, how can this be? I was told I have had 776 lifetimes. If I have been forever, why only that number?" And then the old sage replies, It matters not what the number is, for it is only a number, like your age in years. Some people are old at 40, and some are young at twice that age. So, what does a number mean in the heart of all that is? It is simply a number, a place to hang your cloak for a while until you want to go out and experience more life, whether on Earth or elsewhere. So the students ask, "Old sage, they talk in India of being released from karma and the will of life. Is this possible?" The old sage replies, "You have always been, and thus you make your choices, always. Coming to earth to experience karma or reaping what you sow is an option, always. However, through love, loving self, loving others, loving life, and loving the spirit, which is everything, you are then released from the drudgery of work or karma, and becomes more like play or dharma. Thus, as you love the living spirit within yourself, so you also love it within others. This is not ego. The spirit is nurtured and grows with love. Love is a part of the living spirit as well, and it loves to be loved too. Who doesn't? When one learns to love it all, they may even decide to come back again and again into bodies, situations, and experiences of various kinds, just to enjoy life and play with all the elements and the essence of that you call God. At the same time, they also are free to go elsewhere and enjoy their other environs, which environs is just, a word for other environments that are not like Earth. Okay, and then the sage continues to say, you see, all that is living and aware. Not only do you enjoy this, but so do your animals. Even though man believes that he has an individual soul and believes that animals have only a group soul. As you love your animals, whether you keep them as pets or just associate with them in love, you grow and so do they. For all souls feed on love, just as all hearts do. Now, in order for you to physically love some animals, like the fish from the depths of the seas, you must bring them out of their environment, which does kill them. Then, so that nothing is wasted in the circle of life, you must eat them and make their living energy a part of yours. Most animals in nature only kill to eat. Nature is very efficient in that way, and it keeps the living energies of love and life circulating from one to another, and on and on and on and on. So then the students reply, but old sage, Thomas Aquinas said that only humans have souls. If you don't know who Thomas Aquinas is, he's an ancient philosopher from like the 1800s, and basically he was trying to tackle the dilemma of metaphysics and the human soul, and said that we are the only things that have soul, nothing else in the world, just us. Thus, why we're the only things that have consciousness and stuff like that. Okay. But then the sage replies, but he had no pets, did he? Only those who are close to animals, even human animals, can know the soul of that being. And so the students ask, what is the soul? What is spirit? The sage replies, the living spirit is in all things, even though it has many different vibrations, resulting in what appears to be many parts or manifestations, it is all one. A soul, however, is an individuation of that spirit, sometimes believing itself to be separate from everything else, even though it is always part of all that is. If you were not living spirit, you would not be aware of living. Thus, all things that you experience are alive and conscious in their own unique way. The chair you sit on is aware of you just as you are aware of it, and as you love it, you help it evolve in positive ways. Even the plants, rocks, and minerals that make up everything around you have their own spiritual evolution. You are aware of all these things because in your spiritual, psychic, emotional, and physical evolutions, you have been these things. Meaning you have been all animals, all plants, all everything. Thus, man has become a highly evolved being through the sharing of love. By your love, you help sun, air, water, earth, and sky to evolve and become more, each in their own way. Your earth experience helps you realize the sum of your own being, and thus to grow in light, love, life, wisdom, and inspiration. It also helps you realize the energies of living spirit that you are. Lastly, I shall leave you with this. And this is the most important thing I think the sage says. He says, there is no one above you, there is also no one below you, for you are your own spiritual evolution and path, with the help of your God, who is also a goddess and yet without form. Now I must go, but since I have entered your conscience today, I may return, or you may call me back at any time. And as the sage fades into the mist of the lake of Lie, he was heard to say, blessing and peace to you all. So, I thought this was a really interesting passage to share, and I know that probably wasn't the best reading. I'm not all that good at reading out loud, I don't really read that often, so hence why I'm not that good at it. But I thought this was a really unique thing to share because what it does is highlights in words what I personally believe, and that's God is not this entity that rests above us or that rests over us or that can, anything like that. God is this entity that is us and that is within us and that is everything all around us, because I, as a person of science and spirituality, believe that we are nothing more than the energy that created us. So, and that sounds, oh man, he just says we're nothing but energy. But yes, but also too, you have to remember that what we call the soul or spirit is energy. It's nothing but energy, and the energy creates vibrations. Those vibrations create waves. Those waves create, atom or particles, subatomic particles. The subatomic particles create regular particles, or regular particles, so on, so on, so on. So, I really thought this was a really interesting way to show that. And if you have any comments or you want me to expand, I will make another video also expanding on the depths of actually what it means to be living spirit, or what the soul is and stuff like that, because I think that's important to clarify. And so I will make another video talking about that, but for right now I'll leave you with that thought. Yeah, so have a nice day, and I hope that you enjoyed this, and I hope that it was readable, or that it was audible enough to be comfortable to listen to, and not too choppy, as a result of my lacking skills and my lack of ability to read, which transfers to my lack of ability to speak what I'm reading. So I apologize for that, and I hope you have a good day, and that your spiritual journey ever increases day by day, and that no matter what, you remember it's about you. It's about your personal spiritual journey, not what anyone tells you. Not you take what they tell you and incorporate it to yourself if it fits with you, and if it doesn't, you throw it away, and that's fine. Or you use it to grow, and you use it to reevaluate your own beliefs and your own thoughts and ideas about reality to check whether it is true or not. And so I hope that you enjoy this.